Just
Okay, call to order. We are here. Lori's not, so I'm taking over for her today. You know, I love that duty. So hopefully I don't mess it up. Has everybody read the minutes? I only have one comment.
Hey.
Regarding the cemetery, let's see. What was it? Is it mentioned in here about the veterans?
Yeah, it's probably under 6A. Under the 1850. So was it the Steve Clute decided not to
Yeah,
pursue
It
this?
wasn't that Steve Clute decided not to pursue it. It was the city of Woodland Park declined our request to do it. That's why it's not being done. It was not supported by the city of Woodland Park. So I'd like to have that included in the minutes. Is that actually mentioned in the meeting? Yep, I watched it today.
It was.
Okay, I watched it today.
Yeah.
That's why I know I wore the same outfit.
No, it definitely was.
Okay, so that's my only comment.
Okay.
Do we have a motion? Does anybody else have any other comments? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes with corrections.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Public hearings? None, I guess.
Done.
Committee business. Junction House, Roberts House.
Yeah, we have an email into Chuck. So I hope to set something up soon.
Okay.
So yeah, I reached out.
Great. Nothing new on Templeton cemetery restoration, as far as I know.
Yep.
Preservation plan.
Yeah, I was emailing back and forth with Lindsay, and we have a date next week to
Oh.
talk about some grant opportunities and.
Before the saving places?
Next week, is that next week? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Because I'll talk to her when I'm up there also.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one of the
So-
sessions I'm taking is how to implement a preservation plan.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah, my last email to her was noon today,
okay.
so.
Well, if she responds and she can't get with you next week, just tell her I'll try to track her down at Saving Places.
Okay, cool, because we just need to talk with her and seeing what kind of funding is available
Yeah,
with the state, depending on how the feds,
Yep.
allocated some funds and stuff, so.
Yep.
We'll see.
so I'll
But
follow up with that too.
yeah, unfortunately, she gave me a couple times this week, but it's just been so crazy, and I was out last week, and so.
It's perfectly fine if you want to postpone it till after Saving Places,
Okay,
because I'll probably come back with a lot of information just from being there. So if you want to lighten your schedule next week,
okay,
just postpone it till after.
okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Then Brookstrom Park reimagined. No new news on that. Okay, A250, C150, WP50, UPHS 50. The next meeting in Colorado Springs is February 17th. They had launched their website for all jurisdictions that have established events, and that was launched on January 27th. So it's up and running.
What's the website?
I can get back to you on
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
I do have that information.
perfect.
I could actually, if you'd like, I could send you the link.
Please.
Okay,
Yeah, please do. I appreciate it.
all right. Any other comments on the A250? Anything come up at city council or?
Yes and no. I had some discussions. I don't hear much appetite for the WP50 part. Some people find it confusing. The idea of trying to explain to people that, from being a chartered city versus being a legislative city. So the most of the feedback I got is that we're probably not gonna see much WP50 branding, if any. It, like I said, the reasons I got really centered around potential confusion. I didn't have a good counter argument to that, admittedly. So I think it's gonna, I definitely know that A250, C150 stuff is coming. We're gonna be doing banners on the light poles in downtown, things like that. So we are gonna have some public presence on it. But I don't see much traction on the WP50 part.
All right, maybe the next 50th. Anybody else have anything on that? The historic destination possibilities, I'm pretty sure David will agree that nothing's really going forward, or is there?
Not yet, but that's a good reminder because I've got a meeting with them Thursday.
And then nothing more on 112, 116 West Lake as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
But did they get the letters and everything?
Yeah, so we sent the letters out, a total of 30 letters went out. So none of the letters got returned to sender on it either, so I don't know. Yeah, I haven't received any phone calls or anything,
No,
but
nothing.
nothing yet.
So I'll check with Eric Murray in May, so sure, I'll work on that one.
Okay.
But I'm looking at the spreadsheet right now, 116 and 112 were both on there, so. But one went to Colorado Springs, it looks like, and one went to Texas, Fairview, Texas.
Oh, for the 116?
Yeah, the 116 is the Colorado Springs, it looks like, was the mailing address. Yeah. And
You
then
said
the
112 went to Texas.
112 Westlake, yeah, Fairview, Texas. So,
All right.
yeah, that's interesting, but yeah.
I think the mother owns 112, and I think that's where she lives, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotcha.
Any more news on the Voss building?
Yes. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the latest update that I have is we are working with the attorneys to look at the condemnation process and potentially getting the building condemned due to various issues that we already all have identified in the past. I believe there's a meeting coming up with the property owner about that. I can't remember exactly if it's the property owner or if it's the attorneys, but the next step is we have to walk it to see if the interior damage meets the requirements and the things that we have to go through for the condemnation process. But that seems to be the direction that we are headed with that. I don't know a timeline, but our attorneys have advised us that is likely the best path forward, is to get the building condemned. So that's what I know.
Is it automatic that it's going to be ripped down, or is it?
No, that's the part I don't know. So I haven't been told that that's the direction that they're aiming at, but I was told that the attorneys advised the city that is the best and potentially least rocky path forward on that building. But we as a city have never went through a condemnation process, not that anyone can remember. So this is going to be kind of uncharted territory for us. But the people that own the building don't have the financial capabilities to address it. And I don't think that's going to change. So I think that is why we're walking down that path with the attorneys.
Yeah, I think I did talk to Aaron about this at one point, and when I first heard the word condemnation used,
Mhm.
and he mentioned that it was the condemnation process was, in his point of view, a way to acquire the building, not to guarantee that the building gets torn down. So I hope that we get involved in that process if it goes that far.
Yeah, I will certainly do my best to make sure that this group is in part of that discussion when we get to that stage.
Yeah.
I don't get the sense, and I'm gonna take an educated guess, so to speak. I don't get the sense that the desire is to rip the building. The, as we talked about in the past, the setbacks, and there's really nothing else that can go in its place. But we need to get a better feel for the condition of the building, and that's part of the condemnation process.
Yeah.
Is there certain boxes we have to check legally? And so there's a meeting upcoming to walk the building and find out if it's really as bad inside as people have been led to believe that it is. So,
Okay,
but in my conversations with Aaron on it, my hope is that it doesn't end up getting torn down. I feel like there's opportunities there. But I think it's way too early in the process to know.
okay.
But I do know that our attorneys have advised us that is the best way to go. We don't have an eminent domain claim, so we can't really go that route. So, yeah. So hopefully by next meeting, I have a little more information on that.
Okay, cool.
Please.
The walkthrough, is that only, city administration, or can committee members also participate?
I'm gonna assume that it's city administration and our attorneys, but I can always ask and get an answer to that question. So, yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
What does a combination process mean?
So condemnation process, and we've never used it, so we're kind of learning as we go. But my understanding is if the building is not being maintained by the person that owns it and it's becoming what's known as blight, it allows us to step in and make decisions for the building owner and possibly purchase the building from the owner in lieu of tearing it down. So that's my understanding. So whether my understanding is correct or not, we're certainly gonna find out. But that's the conversation I have with Aaron.
So combination means something to the effect of combining just plain condemnation and ripping it down to participation by the authorities to work on it. And I'm just curious. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
The goal here is, at least I think the goal here is to force the current owners to sell it and to us specifically. And so starting this process begins to put pressure on them to do that. Whether or not that's the actual outcome, I don't know yet, but let me find out if we can be involved in the walkthrough with the attorneys.
That would be good on a number of standpoints for here, because of the care of the committee members here have for that location in that particular building. I can offer some more insights because I was through there. I don't know, it's getting to be a lot of years ago, but nothing has changed. I worked on the addition and looked at more recently some prospective buyers of buying it, what it would take to fix it up, to bring it up to current standards enough to occupy. And pretty much you got some framing, but that's about it. So all the systems that have to be done. There's a question that have to be analyzed on the floor framing, whether it can take the loads that would be currently proposed. For instance, a restaurant is more than an office and something like that. Windows, doors, electrical.
Have you been in it since the sewer backup?
No, I don't know anything about the condition
Yeah,
of
that-
services, infrastructure, utilities. I don't know.
That's fair. I was just asking because that apparently caused a lot of damage on the inside when that occurred. But we haven't been in it since then to know. So that's going to be part of that. So it's possible that caused more damage than we realized. Because it was a pretty significant sewer backup, is my understanding. So.
Well, I'm not asking to be a part of that inspection. That's,
Yeah, let me ping Aaron and see what the timeline is on that, because we just met with the attorneys on that like a week or two ago. And like most things like this is a very elongated process, but they felt like that was our best bet. But since we've never done one as a city, it'll be interesting to see what that looks like for us, since we don't have any experience with the legal hoops that you have to jump through to see that process to its completion. But as far as, you know, if there ever was a perfect world, I think we all are on the same page that we'd prefer not to see the building torn down. Not just everyone in this room, but the city in general. Especially since once it's gone, because of all the other requirements, there's nothing else we can really do with that piece of land. So it's kind of one of those things, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yes, and that's something really important
Yeah.
because when you're trying to get Main Street off the ground again and to take down the last remaining significant historic structure on Main Street would be a pretty big blow to Main Street.
No, I hear you. So let me get an answer as to when we're walking the building with the attorney and see what our options are there. And if there are any, I'll communicate either way that I talked, and this is what I was told. But it is on it. I think the good news is that it does remain on our radar and something that we are actively working on. The outcome, that is definitely a wait and see. Because there definitely aren't, I haven't met anyone within the city that wants to tear it down. I've certainly met plenty in the public that would like to see it turned into a dirt lot. But the public sometimes lacks context. So right now, people just see it when they come into town and they want something done with it. So the building owners, to my knowledge, have been uncooperative on something. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Poster, 2026 poster, do we have a list of mayors? Did Suzanne relinquish that before she was up? Oh, no.
Did you guys get anything, Larry or David, from Suzanne?
Did her records go with her when she?
No. Yeah, Monica, she's our new city clerk. You know, that all the information's still here is what
So
What are we waiting on the poster?
the actual list of mayors.
Okay.
So somewhere in the records of the city clerk's office is like a list of every single mayor.
Right, I remember we did talk. Okay, yeah, I remember we talked.
So I just think that was on the, bottom of the list, and
So how do we get that process going? so
yeah,
that
we
we're
just
not?
need to ping, I'm gonna ping Nicole too, and because she has access to all those records, so Nicole Sauer and Monica are the city clerk.
Okay, cool.
So
Don't want to rush this year's poster. I mean, it'd be really nice if we had plenty of time to put it together.
When do you normally have the poster done in a perfect world?
Well, I mean, last year we got it done in less than a month,
Okay.
but that was not ideal.
Okay.
And this one is, the history of Woodland Park mayor, so we want to make sure we get it right. So the sooner the better.
Okay. I know that, the reason I was asking on the timing is, hopefully Nicole can help. There's a lot for Monica to continue to get used to, so hopefully Nicole can offload something like that. And that was gonna be my suggestion, so you already read my mind on that, so.
Okay, committee member reports. Right?
I do have something. I have two. The patron lunch is a big success, even with the horrible weather and the temperatures. We had like 45 people there. I did my readings and my slide program, and they had prizes for those who knew the answers. So everyone was happy. It was all good. So it's too bad the weather wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
But I did visit in the visitor center, and I said, I see I have all these posters. She says, yes, and people want them, and I send them to the Historical Society. I said, that isn't gonna work. So can we do something that provide a little inventory to the visitor center of the posters we have?
So the ones I gave them, they
They have them on display.
yeah.
And they say people would like to have a copy, but they said they don't have this, but what on display. And he says, well, we just send them to the Historical Society. But I said, they don't have them there.
Yeah.
And they're not open as often as you are. So can we authorize some posters to be or do they have, the visitor center have to apply to the city to have the posters?
I told them when I dropped them off to contact us,
Right,
but they didn't get the full inventory either. So, I mean, it'd be really cool if maybe we could give them one sample poster of each year's and then get an idea of which ones they would like us to produce.
you see, but I agree, but they have on display.
Do you know the hours over there?
I don't know. Listen, I don't even
If you make some, I'll take them over.
Okay, cool.
think, but I thought, here's all of it, summer's coming and people coming in, they see something that takes their eye, what a golden time to celebrate the 150th and
Yeah.
all that. He said they don't have, you can't send them to the historical society, they don't,
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
want one of each year to
It'd
start?
be awesome if you did one of
Sure.
each year. And then maybe I'll come up with some kind of system so they can tell us which one's the most popular.
right, that'd be good.
And then we'll just produce them as people
Yeah.
decide they like them.
Good rule by the year, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could look up real quick.
And those, the ones you gave us were laminated.
Yeah, I had to laminate these ones to give to council because we always get them printed at UPS because they have like the nice printer and the really nice cardstock paper. Well, they got a new printer and they don't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So then, I had to
I was impressed with the lamination.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's a more
I-
hard work.
I was gonna mention it in my report, but yeah, no, I was impressed with the lamination. I was not expecting that, so.
So it looks like in our files, we have one from 2007, and then 2011, and then 15 through current.
Cool.
Well, thanks, Linda, but I mean, there's like 6 or 7 posters along the end there, so, oh, that's nice, oh, but people would like to have them, I said, oh.
Yeah, I took them to the library too. I should check out and see if they've all been gobbled up at the library.
Yeah, we have a really big stack in the planning office of posters that haven't been touched
Cool.
too. So
So I could take the ones that haven't been laminated, that you don't want to laminate, to the library,
for sure.
but the ones I think we take to the museum should be laminated.
This is the visitor
I mean,
center,
the visitor center.
yeah,
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
that's all I have.
Anything, Eric?
Nothing. Nothing to
Well, at
report.
least you're here. Thanks.
I'm here.
David?
Nothing else, I'm glad it brought the poster again. That's a good reminder, and, talk to you more about getting the Hamiltons of the Henrietta, building on that, because that's very active there's no reason now that they wouldn't do it. They're off dead center on the arduous aspect of getting the building permit for a wash sink and a washer dryer.
What, say, like 4 months, you said?
Since October, 7 applications answered perfectly to every request from the building department. They rejected it every time again because they thought of something else. So they're not my favorites right now.
It's not me, David.
I know.
It's not me.
I'll change mine before you.
Yeah, you should do.
Okay, so the only thing I have to report is on behalf of Lori. And she's wondering if you've gotten that letter supporting, History Park renovation.
I know that's
Okay, that's my only comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you definitely should have it, so, okay, cool.
Great.
All right, so we talked about the Voss building. Thank you for the laminated posters. My presentation wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, admittedly. I didn't realize on the agenda till I sat down, it was literally right after we sent Suze away. So yeah, that was a little harder to do than I thought, but hopefully the public got some good information out of what I talked about. Thank you so much for putting kind of the script together for me. It was extremely helpful. But it was good to do, and really appreciated the laminated. That was a nice touch. So Yeah, that's all I have.
Well, thanks for putting our name out there.
Yeah, no, that is what I am supposed to be here for, so.
No other updates. That was just kind of just the meeting with Lindsay we have coming up. Lori's going to, or Lynn's going to Saving Places next week.
Mhm.
So it'll be good to get a report from that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I'll get with Nicole on the list of managers. And then the posters for the visitor center is my to-do list, so pretty short.
Awesome.
And I think it is a good idea just to wait till after Saving
I think
Places to
so,
meet
because
with.
there's so much information. It's gonna be flying up
She's
there.
still busy too, probably getting
Yeah.
ready for that, so that's probably the last thing she wants to do is talk to me next
Yeah,
week or
I'll
whatever.
track her down.
So,
I'll track her down.
and
Okay.
then, hopefully Chuck will get back to us and we can follow them on that a little bit.
All right, sounds good. All right, cool. Anybody else have anything else? Amy, are you happy? Should I do this every month, every week, every month? That's all good. Okay. That's right.